Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. Great article here from Mike over at Light Reading. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So it looks like this may be some bad news for Verizon as they could face wireless struggles in 2025. There are growing indications that a number of new wireless customers up for grabs is shrinking. The potential impact on mobile operators remain unclear, but analysts say Verizon could face some of the biggest challenges. Now, Charter's on this as well, but we don't really discuss Charter as much. But they are an MVNO of Verizon's. Their customers are on the Verizon network. So the Verizon issues that are being discussed and have recently been pointed out, and there seems to have been a huge sell-off on Verizon stock, the highest since like 2002. I'm no stock expert, no financial expert, but that's what's being reported, and it's factual. You can see the stock drop. There seems to have been some issues taken with commentary at the Morgan Stanley conference from the CFO, and it's upgrade rates related again. We saw this last year when they reported that the upgrade rates are slow, and they're talking about people keeping their phones now for 42 months. I just don't know how that could be much of a big problem for the carrier. That's more of a problem for, in my opinion, for Apple, Samsung, Google, and whoever else makes phones. It's better for the carriers if they don't upgrade and if they don't buy new phones, because they don't have to subsidize them at that point. The carriers save money the longer that person keeps that phone. And they make more money off of that customer as long as they keep that phone, right? So I will say, though, if you have access to yearly upgrades and maybe if you're on T-Mobile, you can upgrade every 24 months, take advantage of it, especially if you can get the new and existing customers get the same deal, right? If I were you, I would take advantage of that. Don't let it just sit there. But it sounds like, according to Verizon, it's now up to 42 months. So people are keeping their phones longer. So I get that. I understand that. But I do think, right, not all three carriers can continue winning the way that they have been, especially as the switching pool shrinks. And we all have heard T-Mobile say that regardless in any competitive environment, if it's a big growing quarter, if it's the overall industry slows down, T-Mobile says that they will be at the top no matter the outcome, right? No matter if it's a lower switching pool, higher switching pool, T-Mobile will always grow the most. So that's going to be tougher for Verizon and AT&T to grow as they try and battle out, be competitive with each other, right? Go back and forth. I'm still under the impression and have the opinion that at some point we're going to start seeing some type of price war, right? The promotions are more equal than ever before. As soon as one does any phone, any condition, the other does any phone, any condition. As soon as the one carrier goes up to $1,000 per device for 4 lines, the other carrier follows suit. So that has been where the competition has really been on the promotion side. But at some point, a carrier is going to try something, and I think it's going to be a price decrease, right? We keep hearing of price increases, but at some point, and I don't know if it's this year, next year, or the year after, but at some point, I feel the carriers are going to have to be somewhat promotionally aggressive on price, because they're going to price themselves out of the market if we go 120, 130, 150 for single lines in the future. And I'm talking like kind of way out. And I get it. The wireless networks are going to get more expensive. We're going to have another round of spectrum auctions at some point where the carriers are going to spend tens of billions of dollars. So they're going to pass that cost off onto the consumer at some point, right? So it's going to get interesting. It looks like Verizon is facing some wireless struggles. I'd want to wait. We're almost, I think, at the end of Q1. Or no, we're in the second quarter now, I think, or close to it at least. So we should have quarterly earnings middle or end of April. Then we will know more how Q1 went. But the fact that AT&T responded to Verizon, right, they had a bad start of Q1, right? In January, they had high churn, lots of customers leaving. Growth came to a halt, right? So we already know they struggled, right? Because of Verizon. But then they responded with a big offer matching and exceeding what the industry was doing. And now they seem to be reaping the benefits of that. So Verizon responded, if you guys remember the four iPhone 16 Pros on the lowest unlimited plan. You can get that deal now on the unlimited welcome. So Verizon responded with that through April 2nd, I think, which takes them probably through the rest of the first quarter. So they had to step it up, right? T-Mobile, on the other hand, they're still kind of more neutral when it comes to that. They respond every now and then, but they still have cheaper pricing that they can go to market with. So they're fine, right? As long as they can advertise a cheaper cost, still 20% insider discounts, they always manage to grow the most by significant margins, as I've stated before. So they go from 1.9 million total customers to 1.6. They still did 1.6 million. Yes, they had slower growth, but they still maintain that mass volume of numbers of customers joining the carrier. So let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you think Verizon is going to face those struggles. Let us know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.